listen, I hate to start on the news of the day. I hate to start here, but can't avoid it. Now the worst mass shooting in U.S. history happening last night in Las Vegas at a concert across the street in the parking lot, sort of the Mandalay Hotel. And the shooter with a machine gun on the 32nd floor of the hotel, shooting from the hotel across into the tent, into the parking lot, into the concert. Over 50 dead, over 200 injured. Alex, we've seen this at the Pulse. We've seen it so many times. Not this bad, but there's going to be a lot of grief this week, and then we're going to walk away from it. My prediction is, and not do anything about the easy availability of letting some idiot buy a machine gun.
Yeah, I mean, I am dreading the political conversation that's coming, because we know exactly the script that it's going to follow. We've seen it 100 times, and unfortunately, we're going to see it 100 times again.
And anybody who mentions guns might be a problem here will be attacked as being insensitive, politicizing this event.
Now is not the time for that.
Now is not the time. No.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And so that's what's going to happen, right? Somebody, some Democrats are going to say, "Hey, maybe we should make it harder for these."
At least for machine guns.
At least for machine guns.
At least for machine guns.
Yeah.
We talk about these semi-automatic weapons or automatic weapons and things like that. And if you look on Twitter, and it's not necessarily for the squeamish, but there are videos from the concert, and it is jarring to hear the country music playing, and all of a sudden in the background you just hear the of a machine gun in Las Vegas, like on a very heavily trafficked area in Las Vegas. It's really, really jarring.
Yeah.
And we talk about gun violence a lot, and we've seen the sort of the aftermath of some of these gun attacks, but like that to me was incredible to watch.
And the only two bills in Congress right now are both in the opposite direction, to expand gun access. One would make it easier to buy silencers, because that's obviously what we need right now. Because it's hard to buy silencers. And the other is kind of the holy grail of the NRA, something that they've been trying to push for years and years and have never been able to succeed in, but might now finally, and that's what's called reciprocity for concealed and carry. So that means that you can get a concealed weapons permit in, say Florida, which has very limited restrictions, and you don't need to do basically anything, and you can then take it anywhere, and your license is valid in New York and California and DC, wherever, places that have much stricter concealed carry permits. So those are actually coming up soon. I was supposed to cover the hearing on silencers the day that Steve Scalise was shot, and they delayed that hearing because a member of Congress, several members of Congress were shot at.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, the one thing I will say, that the silver lining for advocates of changing these things, on the state level, it has been different since Sandy Hook. There has been progress, bills have been passed, but I really think that moment, the Sandy Hook shooting, was kind of the end of the gun control debate on a national level. It's just, once we kind of accepted that was a tolerable,
that it's okay to massacre first graders,
right? And we're not going to do anything,
right?
Then I just,
when the parents of Sandy Hook came to Washington and walked the halls, and showing the pictures of their little 6-year-olds, right? And Congress just said, "So what? We don't care."
Yeah.
Right? Did nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, wish I could say what I wanted to say about them, but I bite my tongue.
Smart.
It's not going to happen. And we have a president who is owned lock, stock, and barrel by the NRA.
Well, and that's
They'll
what
sign anything they want.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the people on the other side, the Gabby Giffords of the world, are so worried about this concealed carry reciprocity thing, because this is something the NRA has been trying to pass forever. Even George W. Bush wouldn't do it, but they feel like Trump owes his position partly to the NRA, and now he's going to repay the favor.
Right. And it took a long time for even for Barack Obama. I remember maybe 5 years before he even mentioned. It was before Charleston, but what was the one up in upstate New York? I forget. Was it Sandy Hook? Yeah, it was Sandy Hook, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
He did make a big push on that.
New York,
Yeah.
Connecticut. But.
Yeah. And
before then, he was Like I remember at the briefings, we kept saying, "Why hasn't the president said anything about where is he on the assault weapons ban?" And Robert Gibbs used to say he supports it. Yeah, well, that's not the
That
question.
doesn't mean anything.
What the hell is he doing about it?
Yeah.
Right?
And even he was trying to triangulate on guns. I think that one of the only gun laws he actually signed, a piece of legislation, was to allow you to bring guns in national parks, which had been banned, and then Obama loosened that, and on Amtrak trains. So Obama actually loosened gun regulations, but yet was seen as this boogeyman who was, coming to take all your guns away.
Right.
And obviously that won out in the narrative.
8 years was the narrative that even up to the very end, there was a concern that Obama was going to take all your guns away. And not even close.
Not even close.
All right. So we've been talking